Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go, here we go. Touchdown. Go. Banjo. 90 is a mic. Let's make these babies cry.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2nd and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on first down. Green. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
It was really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now, it's Green, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Banks. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 72 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Vick's throw there incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Come on, fellas.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Vic to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Vic readies to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rule seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 106 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
And I think the ball's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. That was 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Vick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now for the point after. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. On first down, Green. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. Watch tight end.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Mike 57. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 6. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
57 to Mike.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 6 yards away. And the Bucs have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Green, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll set up to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Got you back.
Now here's Vick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Vick. Going for a right side here, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Vick now. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, Vick. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Vick. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From just shy of midfield, Vick got his man complete over the middle. It's Banks. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Hey,
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 24, Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 24-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The Bills seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Gotten, Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field